Here in the U.S., the Supreme Court has agreed to decide two major cases in the year ahead that could have big implications for all of us. Jan Crawford covers the Supreme Court. Jan, good morning to you. So let's start with the arguments about that most commonly used method of abortion, that medication known as mifepristone.
Well, good morning. So this is the so-called abortion pill, and it's been safely used by more than 5 million women. But this case could change that by possibly deciding how and when in their pregnancy women will get access to mifepristone. And that is true even in states where abortion remains legal. A federal appeals court had ruled earlier this year that the FDA didn't follow the correct process when it approved the drug for abortions up to 10 weeks and allowed women to get it without seeing a doctor. Now, the lower court decision that blocked the drug, that's on hold, so the pill will remain available while this case plays out.
One more before you go, Jan. There's another case that the justices could affect the charges against many of those January 6 defendants and former President Trump. What can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, hundreds of defendants from January 6th, including Trump, they are facing a charge under a federal law that prohibits obstructing any official proceeding. So, that sounds pretty clear, right? January 6th, they were certifying the election. That was an official proceeding. But the three defendants in this case are arguing that the law shouldn't apply to them because it specifically refers to the destruction of documents and records. So if the Supreme Court agrees that prosecutors have gone too far with that, this case could affect all of those January 6 defendants that were charged under it. Now, specifically for the former president, it would cut out 2 of the 4 charges in his election interference case. That case was actually put on hold yesterday by the trial judge who's overseeing it while Trump pursues his claims that he's immune from prosecution for actions that he took while he was in office. And the Supreme Court did signal this week that it will decide quickly if it will take up that question of Trump's immunity. But this obstruction case that they took yesterday, that also could lead to delay in his March 4th trial, Gayle.
It'll be very interesting to see what they decide considering the makeup of that court. Thank you very much, Jan.
That's right.